Like, comment, share, subscribe, you heard me?
Yeah, you know it. So stuck, man. Yeah. To the gang, man.
They know me in DC, they know me in VA. You know I got shot out the DMV. Zaza Genetics, New Jersey.
Gang. What up? Episode 7, man. It's been a rocky start, I will say, but we here. Thank you for joining us if you're here with us, man. Episode 7, man. We are here.
You're
What's good, Brody?
what's up, brother?
What's good, man? Episode 7, man. We are here. Shout out to the chat, man. Much love. Thank you. Sorry for the delay. It's been beyond some difficulties, man, but we are here. I am not home right now, but no biggie, man. We are here.
We was
I'm
in
not home.
crunch time, man. Had to step up off screen to finish doing what I was doing real quick, you know. We in the first 5 minutes. I didn't want to have another crazy happen.
Yeah. So, thank y'all for joining, man. Much love to the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Thad in the building. Smokes,
Hey,
my
what they
producer.
know
I
about
love
this one,
you.
though?
Huh?
What they know about this one, dog?
Let me see. Ooh, that's nice.
Sheesh.
That's nice. Yeah, it's a lot of merch available too right now, man. A lot of new merch available. I'm not in my studio right now. I'm away from home, so we're gonna work this out the best way we can, man. What's up with the chat, man? What's up with the chat? What's good, gang? What's been up, man? How was your week, man?
Your week was pretty good.
Yeah.
Trying to get my audio right now. Hold on.
Let me see. Observer said, wanted to say thanks for the beans. I had a question. Forgot to ask. Are they regs FM? They're definitely regs, Observer. Much love, man. Much love to you, Brody.
Oh,
Yeah, he was our I think our grand prize winner in the comm show. Comm show special, man.
oh yeah. All right, we good now. My high ass unplugged the fucking headphones into the microphone. Like, why this shit ain't working?
Randy, what up, Randy? So I'm gonna rock
All
with
right.
y'all for a little bit, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to depart with y'all, man. I'm away from home, I'm away from the studio, but we will be back. So I'm gonna go live for y'all probably tomorrow, man. Once I set up, or at least get situated, man, we'll go live for y'all. We'll do something, but I need y'all to finish this show and have a good show, man. I need y'all to really rock this thing out, man. You got the chat, you got 703, you got some good news articles for 'em or what?
I'm still, dude. We were scrambling trying to get live. Give me 1 second. I could get all my stuff together still. But
I'll
yeah,
take
we
your
got
time,
we
man.
got we got some stuff for him
Take
for
your time,
sure.
man. We're getting into some cannabis news. This is QCE the Podcast, man. So you know how we do it. Getting into some cannabis news and a little bit of education, a little bit of community highlights from Discord. You know,
We we
regular,
got we
regular.
got special guest Mason Jar, right?
Yes, I
Mason
got a
Jar.
special guest tonight, Mason Potts, man. Damn, man. I really would hate to miss this episode. This is a really good episode because we got a special guest, man. We got a company. Maybe I'll try to bounce back in. How about we try to bounce back in and out, and see if I can support you as much as possible while I'm kind of getting situated. Had a family emergency, so I'm away from home right now, and I'll be away from home for a while. So we'll work it out, man. We'll figure it out. I don't want
Hey,
to.
the only cool thing about that, guys, is we might be able to give y'all a live show here in the next month or so too, where we're in person. So
Yeah,
I'll
that's what I'm saying, man. We
shout out to
may have
Grant, man, for the super chat, brother.
much love,
Always
Grant,
supporting,
man.
man.
Yeah, thank you, Grant. Much love, man. Y'all know I ain't got the energy. You know, I'll be lit right
Yeah.
there. That's why I don't
Yeah.
even want
Bam,
to.
bam, bam, bam. Shout out Dad for the super chat, man. Y'all
Yeah,
always
thank you,
rocking
thank
with
you,
us,
thank you,
man.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love to the chat, man. Thank y'all, man.
We got
Thank y'all, man.
Zod 2.0 tonight. He got to keep the energy level low. He's with his aunt
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah. So look, YouTube, Twitch, Team Zaza, y'all support my brother. 703. Let's get through this. Let's make it share it live too, because right now we got lower views than we normally would. That's understandable given the circumstances, but we here, man. Rather, show up than not show up at all. So much love to y'all for supporting in the super chats, and make sure y'all have a good show. I'll be back to hop in with y'all in a bit because I got some topics I want to kick up with y'all too. So give me a minute and I will be back, man. You good, 703? You pulling it up? You need me to
Oh
stay
yeah,
for a
yeah.
minute?
Give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to get
Take
my
your
news
time, man.
articles up, man.
Take your time, man. Thank you, Grant. Grant, can we make sure we get Grant a package out this week? I got a couple.
Yes, we absolutely can. I got dead ops. I had went over to my house. I got dead ops for him, man. I'm sending a white pirate.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a couple shirts in his package too. I bought that's one thing. I did bring merch with me, so I bought a lot of merch with me. So the merch will be available, man. It's the same deal. Everything right now is pre-order when it comes to the merch. So everything comes with seeds and any merch orders. So keep that in mind. And Grant, I got a couple shirts for you, couple exclusive pieces. We got a lot of custom 101 and then some plain regular, stuff. So make sure that y'all tap in with me or 703 or anybody Team Zaza if you want some merch, shirts, shorts. We got summer shorts, we got all type of stuff. So cool stuff. What's your favorite logos on there?
New York. Sorry, normally I got links in my thing. It's not working right now, so I'm just pulling
Take
up.
your time, man. Take your time, man. We got this. Take your time.
I don't like not being prepared, so I apologize to the chat for this, man. It's having
Yeah, my boy
technical
is
difficulties.
unprepared. You know what I'm saying? I will agree with you on that. That's all right, though. Hey, man. Listen, you hear that. He said he was panicking. When he heard I might not be here, he started panicking, man. He started going left, right, he didn't know which way to go. That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
I was the only one not panicking.
Yeah, look, that's
He'll be
check.
here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But look, I'm still not here though. So is it still a panic situation? I don't know.
Nah,
You
man. I
got no
can
reason
vibe
to
with the
panic. You
chat.
got the chat with you. The chat is gonna hold it down. You got Observer. You got all of the guys in there. John is probably in there. I don't even know. I can't even see the. It's so weird looking at this from my phone. I'm used to being in the studio on a computer. This is so crazy looking at this. I couldn't even function like this if I wanted to. Sheesh. But my beautiful fiance is bringing my space station down next weekend for me. You feel me? So
Perfect.
we'll be back on. We'll be back. Yeah, shit. What we think? So we got a week. We got a week until next show. I think it'll be good for us to actually rent out a studio space if we could find like a little studio podcast space where me and you could just roll up in there and sit down and film the show live
Yeah, that'd be hella
together
dope.
Saturday. Yeah, that'll
That'd
be
be
that'll
hella
be good.
dope.
Yeah, we got time to figure it out. So
All right, I got one of my articles.
take your time, man. You can get people some cannabis news. What's going on in the chat though? I couldn't function like this if I wanted to. I can't even see the chat, bro. This is
Yeah.
wild.
Hey, now you see how it was for me that day. You
Yeah,
remember that one day I did that shit?
this is wild right here.
Yeah,
Nothing's moving or nothing. Nothing's moving, bro. Yeah, ain't nothing going on. We got 30 in here though, man. Shit a lot, man. Get your usual 50 in here, man. You know what time it is. Don't just because I ain't gonna be here, don't mean y'all gonna slow it down, man. Keep it up, man. Y'all, hey, listen, you should be more people in there now. Y'all got a special guest coming on. Support your brother, man. Support 703. You know you be nervous.
yeah.
Hey, man, smoke one. Make sure y'all take extra smoke breaks and all that, whatever you need to do. Hey, listen, but make sure you keep it. Get your 50 in here. Get 20 more people in here, man, and get this shit live, man. I can't even see the chat, man. I can't rock like that. I can't do nothing.
Can't do nada.
Nah.
We got
I'm
some
wondering if
interesting news for him today too, man. I'm going over it now, man. We had updating New York. We got something in Missouri and something in Virginia for you. So
all right,
just
cool.
bear with
I
me
know
one second.
I know I got my moderators in there. Dabs gonna hold it down. Smokes, my producer. I love you. I know you're gonna hold it down. I appreciate you. I know you put together a hell of a whatever you put together. I couldn't see it if I wanted to, but I don't know. I'm gonna look. Y'all just do your thing. Y'all just do your thing. I'm gonna try to hop back in here and support. I'm gonna check my email, Smokes, if because I know it's been a rough one. It's been a rough week for everybody, for the team as a whole. We lost our sister who passed away recently, so that just kind of set off the tone of the week, man. And we was able to do last week's show, but we left early. You know, it was Easter. We finished the show at 2 hours, but then it really started to kick in as she passed away. So it's just been a rough week. They officially called it, I think, today or yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday, her husband officially called it and made the post. So it's just been everybody just been going through it. So even Smokes, you know, he been having his situations. Everybody just been having situations. So if it ain't nothing in the email, I totally understand, bro. I know I spoke to you on the phone a couple times over the last week. So I love
Oh
you,
yeah, no,
brother.
it's all in the email, bro. He got it there.
Okay.
I got the whole
See,
thing ready
look,
to
and
go.
that's what I'm saying. He's such a professional that even under extreme circumstances, he delivers. Even when I wasn't expecting him to deliver, I'm like, it's been such a crazy week. But thank you, brother. I love you. I appreciate all the professionalism you bring to this group and the leadership abilities that you display. So
Hey,
thank you.
did
What?
you send the guest the invite link? Because I can't do that before you bounce off.
All right, I'll make sure to send it to him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to SK. I'm gonna send it to SK within the next 30 to 60 seconds. It'll
All right,
be in your
perfect.
Instagram DM SK, so that way you can copy the link, send it to bro, and then shoot me a text. Let me know exactly what time he hopping on so that I can hop on with you real quick.
Hey, and shout out to Dabs and Bob Gnarly for the super chats, man. We appreciate y'all. Thanks
Much
for
love,
rocking with
Dabs.
us.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob Gnarly. Thank you, Dabs, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Dabs is a true leader for his team, man. Matter of fact, actually, W's in the chat. I can't see the chat, but W's in the chat for Dabs. He was the most recent teams as I remember that got moved up to leadership. So he'll be moving into the leadership room. Probably tonight, tomorrow. I don't know. It's just been a crazy week. So thank you, Dabs, for all that you bring to the group. And I know you're gonna hold it down tonight. Love you, Brody. And I'm about to slide up out of here on y'all, man.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll hold it down, bro. We'll see you in a
All
little
right, man. I
bit.
love you, brother. Do your thing, man. I'll pop back on up here. So look when I pop back in, I hope it ain't gonna be 9 motherfuckers, 12, 20
Hey,
motherfuckers, all that
hey,
bull.
you know what? If it is 9 motherfuckers, you're just gonna be looking at me talking to myself
Nah,
because I ain't
text me, man,
going
because I'm on
nowhere.
the ass.
I ain't
Text me,
going
I'm on the
nowhere.
ass. Everybody got to do their part tonight. The team, Zaza, the YouTube, everybody do their thing. Share the live, keep the live at 40 or above, man. And we gonna. I'll be back with y'all in a minute. Love y'all, man.
All right, everybody in the chat gives us some love, man. Some support.
W's in the
He got
chat,
some
and I'll
family
catch y'all in a
stuff
little
to
bit.
do over there tonight, but we gonna hold it down for him, right?
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all, man. See y'all soon.
All right.
No. In the stream, almost ended the
Hold
stream
on,
on
hold
y'all.
on, hold on. I got you. You go. All right. So thanks for joining us, man. Welcome to the QCE Podcast. I'm your host, 703 Grow Bro. What's everybody smoking on tonight, man? Let's get some chat going over here. Y'all make this easy for me tonight, man. Give me something to talk to. I'm smoking on some blueberry from my brother Dabs right here. As you can see, I rolled a fucking prime specimen of the fucking backwood here. I'm pretty excited about it. What y'all got? John Lindsay, shout out to you. Panero, King Mike, Bud Salad. Ooh, I like that. Smoking on some Mac 1. That's what's up, the Observer. Watching from work. All right, so I'm going to smoke this one for you, AB. Dabs is smoking the same blueberry as me, man. Hey, let me tell you something. This weed right here put my ass to sleep earlier, bro. Dad got the Satsuma. I'm waiting to try that one. I'm looking forward to that package landing. I've been hearing lots of good things about that one. I need security rich moon rocks with some frozen and dry sif. Hell yeah. Robster Man smoking on some OG. Giggle gas for Before Earth. John Lindsay just planted the blueberry. I hope yours turns out as nice as Dabs did, man. I was pretty impressed when I got this plant. Yeah, share the live. Tell a friend to tell a friend. That's what I'm talking about, people. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so you guys want to get into some canon news, or how's that holding up, man? It's been a rough week for all of us. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. We've went through some severe loss this week. The first lady of Team Zaza passed away from cancer. Fortunately, she is no longer in pain, and we're looking forward to carrying on, and everything we do be for her at this point, and she's still gonna make it to the top with us, man. So we're just trying to stay positive as far as that goes. We do have a funeral coming up for her on the 8th, so I don't know how many of us are going to be making it there in person, but I will be trying to make it there. We just got announced yesterday, though, so it was really out of the blue. I mean, we all knew she was fighting with cancer, but she's such a strong lady that she never let any of us really know how much it was really affecting her. So when this happened, it kind of caught us all by shock. That's gay. That's right. Everybody right now, for my sister, a little bit of respect for her. Throw some cupcakes in the chat for me. If y'all got the cupcake emoji and y'all don't mind, go ahead and throw that in the chat for me. We're gonna do a giveaway too. Oh shit. I don't even know. I can't do giveaways without the giveaway tool. We're gonna do giveaways a little different tonight. Everybody who throws cupcakes in the chats, one of my mods is gonna pick somebody who wins out of y'all. And I don't have the giveaway tool right now, so that kind of messes me up a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna work right through it. It is what it is. Hey, that's right, Dabs. Anybody who donates over $15 as a super chat will get a free pack of White Pirate OG. Very, very true. Appreciate all the love coming in, man. I see y'all putting these cupcakes in there for my sister and Ali. For those of y'all just joining, we had a huge loss on the team this week. One of the original members of Team Zaza unfortunately passed away this week after finally losing her battle with cancer. Can of news. All right. We're going to start in Virginia for you guys. So, this week in Virginia, the governor vetoed recreational cannabis sales bill. What does that mean? On Monday, Governor Glenn Youngkin vetoed the bill to legalize recreational cannabis sales, leaving consumers in the state without a legal way to buy weed. So, this one really hits home for me, guys, because I'm in Virginia. We've had legal cannabis going on 4 years now, and still no way to buy it. I mean, we can legally grow it, but we got no way to buy it right now. What are y'all thoughts on that? Does that seem very fair, or what do y'all think about that? Despicable. My guy. Appreciate you, late bloomer. Shouting out for Sissy. All the cupcakes in the chat are overwhelming. Hey, right, Mike? It does sound like VA, man. The Commonwealth is kind of crazy, man. We do shit a little different down here. I'm not exactly sure why they do it that way. You don't know White Pirate. White Pirate is a project I'm working on, Bob. It is built off of Za and Khalifa's gear. It is, one of the parents is Dead Man's Gelato by Zaza Genetics. The other parent to that strain is Limon Blanco V2. It's been a project of mine for, I don't know, probably the last year and a half. So it's something that we'll be releasing on the website soon. But I mean, I'm still doing my thing in the background to continue to work on my inbred line or whatever. All right. So back to the Virginia thing. I got a white pirate popping out of the soil now. Hell yeah, Justin. You want a couple packs of the white pirate. The proposed legalization of retail marijuana in Commonwealth endangers Virginia's health and safety, Youngkin said in his veto statement on Monday. States following this path have seen adverse effects on children and adolescents' health and safety, increased gang activity and violent crimes, significant deterioration in mental health, decreased road safety, and significant costs associated with retail marijuana as far as and it far exceeds the tax revenues. It should not eliminate the illegal black market sale of cannabis nor guarantee product safety. Addressing the inconsistencies in enforcement and regulation of Virginia's current law does not justify expanding access to cannabis, following the failed path of other states and endangering Virginia's health and safety. So, what do you guys think about what Glenn Youngkin said, man? What do we got going on in the chat? Sounds amazing. Hope to one day taste it. Absolutely, Observer. Your pack's on should be on the way. I don't know if I sent you tracking it. If I didn't, I will. Get that replacement pack out to you for the one that the post office decided to do whatever they did with. He paused with somebody. Oh Lord. Hopefully it wasn't me. I don't even know what I just said. But if it was me, I probably was. All good. So what do you guys think about Virginia, man? Like, what do you think about us here not being able to legally buy anything, but we're allowed to smoke? I'll give you all a minute to respond in the chat before I keep moving on. Hey, the streets have been eating in Virginia, dog. Allegedly. But I don't know about y'all, man, but it's a good time to kind of discuss this. Like in the black market in these legal states, have y'all noticed like extreme plummet in pricing? You can get good weed for cheap anywhere now. So, I mean, it used to be a day you could get a couple hundred an ounce for some like loud, right? But like now, like these people is lucky to get $200-300 an ounce when I mean I was selling $100 quarters straight out of high school to everybody. $100 quarters was the thing, the way 120 if it was some pressure. You know what I mean? Those days are gone, which is great for the consumer. But think about those people who have built their life on trying to eat off the streets, right? Can you imagine how that might have put a dent in their pocket? I mean, that's crazy work right there, if you ask me. Crazy work. But I mean, who knows? We'll see. Let's see how it works out. You can order the THC flower chip cheap. Hey Justin, I know that for a fact. I got a bag full sitting right here, my dog. You can go say who I ordered it from, but I'll let y'all fill in the blanks. I think I picked up a decent amount for a very, very cheap amount. Less than what we was talking about what I used to sell ounces for sure. Yeah, the Commonwealth is crazy, mate. It's so crazy out here. So, just go a little. So, weed possession was legalized in Virginia in 2021. The legislature legalized the possession and limited cultivation of recreational marijuana for adults in 2021. Later that year, GOP lawmakers blocked the reauthorization vote needed to legalize retail sales. So yeah, it's been, like I said earlier, it's been since 2021 that we've been kind of on this fence. Like we're able to smoke weed, we're able to grow weed, but we can't buy weed. So like that seems like a setup for me personally. They still got us out here doing all this crazy work to keep trying to find the stuff. So we're allowed to have it, but we got to break the law to get it. Like, that's ass backwards to me. I don't know what y'all think, chat, but that don't make much sense, right? Governor Youngkin's failure to act allows an already thriving illegal cannabis market to persist, fueling criminal activity and endangering communities. This veto squandered a vital opportunity to safeguard Virginians and will only exacerbate the proliferation of illicit products, posing greater risks to our schools and public safety. Man, whoever wrote this article is coming from a very, very, in my opinion, legalization of retail side, right? They're saying it's causing us more bad than good that we can't buy weed because it's making it where you have to go to the black market to get weed. You're allowed to have the weed once you get it, but once you're buying it, you're still breaking the law. It's just a catch-22. You know what I mean? Had Youngkin signed the bills, legislation would have legalized the purchase of up to 2.5 ounces of recreational marijuana by adults 21 and older. Sales of recreational cannabis were slated to begin no sooner than May 1st, 2026, under the bill. Although regulators would have been allowed to begin ensuing the required licenses to sell recreational marijuana as soon as September 25. Retail sales of adult use cannabis would be subject to paying taxes of 11.625%. Damn, that's $11.62 per $100, bro. That's heavy. Do you know how much money the state is going to make off of this weed? That's going to be crazy. The legislation required cannabis producers and retailers to be licensed by Virginia Cannabis Control Authority. Local governments would have been given the authority to ban recreational cannabis sales in their jurisdictions only with a vote by residents. The bill limited recreational marijuana sales to the state's existing medical cannabis operators until September 1 of 2030. Each operator would have been allowed to open as many as 5 recreational shops located at the existing medical dispensary sites. So that's kind of crazy too, because the people that got in right in there, like, they're kind of imbalances the power. What y'all think? Oh, crazy news in Virginia. Yeah, share the live, smack the like, follow, comment, and subscribe if you're not already doing so. It really helps us get boosted into the algorithm. I appreciate all y'all for joining me tonight. Again, for those just joining, Zal had a family emergency this evening, so I'm going to do my best to rock through the show with you guys and kind of keep y'all engaged. He's going to be popping in and out, pause before Dabs gets me throughout the show. He's taking care of some family stuff, so at the end of the day, the show must go on. So here I am. I'm going to bring it from me to y'all. We're going to go from there. Moving on into cannabis news, though. It's crazy work in Virginia. Let's go to New York. Let's see what New York's talking about. New York cannabis regulators approved 50 more licenses. That's great news for New York, in my opinion. Cannabis regulators in New York on Thursday issued 50 additional licenses to operate an adult use marijuana business in the state, growing the number to 215 licenses awarded since the marketplace went into effect. The new licenses were announced as Social Equity and Economic Plan, a movement to expand the development of the legal cannabis market in New York. The move comes as New York officials more broadly have announced measures meant to aid legal cannabis sales. As the sector has struggled to expand over the last several months, a legal challenge to the provision that licenses can be awarded to people affected by priority marijuana laws has slowed the growth of cannabis business in parts of the state. Legal cannabis sales, meanwhile, are being cracked down on, and state regulators have raised fines and the ability to shut down stores over illegal cannabis sales. Holy crap, that was tough to read. They wrote that in such a weird way. My bad, guys. So at this point, I want everybody in the chat to put NLE in the chat. If you put NLE in the chat, I'm gonna have one of my moms pick the winner here. So let's get the first giveaway of the night going. And Dabs, can you also post the link for where to give away winners? We'll have to send an email to claim their giveaway. Turn on some music for a second while we give you all some time to do what I asked for.
Welcome to La Casa.
Maybe.
Stamina Beats.
Welcome to La Casa, where I live like a king eating pasta. Whoa, bet they wanna stop us, cause they can't top us. Come with me to La Casa, you can stay the night, leave in Mayana. Whoa, mommy looking proper. Call a showstopper. You know me, Mr. Show me where the
One of my moms, I'm gonna have y'all go through there and pick somebody out of that. My girl Pandra. Appreciate
I'm
you
pushing
for
me right
joining.
off the bitty cat. Stacks, they keep on coming by.
Appreciate you for joining. Give everybody a minute to get that in there. I don't know how many of y'all have already put it, how many haven't. Apologize again for not having the giveaway tool tonight, man. We're just trying to make sure we can bring y'all a show. Let's see. All right, we got some music riding. Perfect.
Put me on that beat, man. It's killing my lungs, but damn, it's easing my brain. I'm losing control, my body's immune, it's all the same. Except for genetics, cause they got the flame. Roll up a 3 and 50, you got game. Puff it and pass it, the cipher remains. Electricity, y'all niggas ain't ready. I'm steaming the pot like I'm cooking spaghetti. 91 options, you smoking that ready. I hit the dead ops, y'all niggas ain't ready. Breaking it down, they look like confetti. They going the Mac, got me feeling so heavy. A couple of rounds come from the dead, cause we some gorillas and moving it heavy. Kevin put me on that beat, man.
All right, y'all. Let's see what the mods come up with. Can one of y'all roll through there? Dabs, if you don't mind, pick me a winner up out of the people that entered for the giveaway there. Even better. There we go. I'll pick a number 1 between 100. You guys can start putting your numbers in. Person closest wins. That's a little bit more of a diplomatic way to do it. So we're going to go back to the music for 1 second. I'm just going to sit here and smoke my blunt and vibe with you. And you guys put numbers 1 to 100 in there, and I'll pick a winner.
Welcome to La Casa.
Stamina Beats.
Welcome to La Casa, where I live like a king eating pasta. Whoa, Bet they wanna stop us, cause they can't top us. Come with me to La Casa. You can stay the night, leave in Mayana. Mommy looking proper. Call a showstopper. Yeah, you know me, Mr. Show Me Where the Cash at. I'm in La Casa with mommy sipping on red cat. Facts, I keep her body where I rest at. Facts, I'm pushing P right off the fitted cap. Stacks, they keep on coming by hundreds. Duffel bag, popping tags. I ain't stopping for nothing. My crib like sacks. Every floor looking haunted. I see dead people call them six fingers. I want it to sit back. Give her whatever she wanted. Louis V, some Celine, so I'm doing what I please. If she live on her knees, she might get a set of keys. I'm a king in this league. What you need, that's a breeze. They should say I got a lot though. Let's pop a bottle. My place lace look like I just hit the lotto. She say I'm coming pronto. I twist up the fonto. Welcome to La Casa, where I'm the head honcho. Welcome to La Casa, where I live like a king eating pasta. Whoa. Bet they wanna stop us, cause they can't top us. Come with me to La Casa. You can stay the night, leave in Mayana. Mommy looking proper. Call a showstopper.
Como se llama, don't matter, the name stacks. And before we hit La Casa, introduce her to these racks. Couple goons, Pistol Street, where them goonies never lack. Take a sip, roll a spliff, she got freaky after that. Dump your snap, got your ex, let them notice where you at. Not the trap, cut relax, kick your feet up on your back. Spend a night, change your life, but you wanna be my wife. Better day, need I say, this is only for the night. Couldn't speak, grab the sheet, started taking all this pipe. This a session and a lesson, I could really change your life. Up the price, take a flight, just from whipping all this white. She surprised, cause I grind and I live a boss's life. That's the type, I'm precise, swag, dripping hella bright. 2 chains, not a lame, hating, don't be sounding right. Pretty thing, with your gang, we can meet up what you like. Matter of fact, I send the addy, I can pull up where we at. La Casa.
Welcome to La Casa, where I live like a king eating pasta. Whoa. Bet they wanna stop us, cause they can't top us. Come with me to La Casa. You can stay the night, leave in Mayana. Mommy looking proper.
Stamina beats.
Call a showstopper. Welcome to La Casa, where I live like a king eating pasta. Whoa. Bet they wanna stop us, cause they can't top us. Come with me to La Casa. You can stay the night, leave in Mayana. Mommy looking proper. Call a showstopper.
Why didn't you pay for this beat though?
Yeah. He said, why you ain't paying for the beat though? Yeah. All right. We back. Let me see what we got going on here. I'm seeing a lot of multiple guesses, so I'm gonna look through everybody's first choice first, and then we'll bust down the second guesses if we have to. All right, so my number was 18. I'm not seeing anything in here at 18, chat, but we do have Dad at 17 being the Before Earth at 17 being the closest to it. So what do y'all think we should do here, man? We're going to take a vote on it. We're going to take a vote. There's nobody close. He didn't go over, and he was one number off. What do y'all think? Yeah, it was tons of multiples in there. But my number was 18. I got one from Before Earth here. His first answer. Hold on. Let's see where it's at. I just had this. Hold up. And there's 30. It was the second answer. We got 17 here. What y'all think? Did he win? Let the chat. Closest but not over should get it. All right. Congratulations, Before Earth. I'm sure I'll talk to you in the Discord at some point. He's always in there rocking with us. And y'all should too be in there. Like we're in there every night, you know. We talk everything from growing to breeding to just regular life stuff. So like, you know, well, it looks like Mason Potts has just joined us. So I'm gonna pull him up and we're gonna see what we can get into there. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey man, good to be here, man. I'm doing well. And sorry to hear about what's going on over there. And
Yeah, man, it's been a rough week. I appreciate that, family.
for sure, man. And so what I wanted to do off the rip, if that's all right, is like, I know that people were sending the cupcakes earlier. However you want to work it out, but I'd love to give a kit away to everybody out there just for that, for sure.
Okay, Dabs, can you post the email? We will anybody who hits the email you're saying in the live you'd like to give a kit to?
Yeah. However you want to choose it. I just have this one, so
You
whatever.
got one kit, all right.
Yeah.
We are we're gonna do another we'll do another giveaway here in a minute towards the end of your interview. And we will more than likely just have them put any words you want in there, and then we'll roll through there. I'll try to get it set up where I can get the bot going for the giveaway. Or maybe Zog can run the bot real quick when he jumps in. I did just text him, let him know you are joining us. So if you didn't mind, for those in the chat who don't really know much about you, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you're doing in the community and how you got started.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. So originally from New Jersey, man, was out there doing a thing, slinging in Jersey, from Kansas to Cali. But this Mason Pot kit, and I have True Buds channel. I love to put some clips from this show up. I've been watching tonight up on there of True Buds TV, and I just started making cannabis content, man. From whether it's like my homie that's growing or like making edibles.
Hold on, we're having a little technical difficulties. I don't know what happened, but Mason Potts is back down on us here. Let's see if we can get him to rejoin. We will see what's going on. Give us a second. I don't know if his connection's bad where he's at or whatever, but I'm sure he'll be right back with us. I'm gonna remove him from the stage for now until I see him back in the picture, and we'll get back into that interview here in a second. But while we're waiting for him, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the cannabis news for you all. In Missouri, legal marijuana sales remain robust in April with a total of 120 million in sales. That's in 1 month, man. That's crazy. Continuing the strong performance seen in previous months. Let's see, is he back up yet? No, we're gonna get him to add back in here in a second. There we go. He's back.
So I don't know what happened there. I got a call, man, but
Yeah.
I love you talking about the news though, because that's where I am now, is Missouri, and it's
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Yeah, it's cool to see. I've been out in LA for a minute, or Cali in general, so it's cool to see, man, how it's progressing out here. It's like,
Dude, the whole legality of everything seems to be pretty different everywhere I seem to go, like across the United States. But in those states where it's not like prohibition, like because I'm like right next to North Carolina, South Carolina too, right? And they're like completely illegal. So, but everywhere around them you can get it, So like, it's kind of different as far as that goes, like around the nation. Like, I've been a lot of different places. Like, I drive a truck, so I'm all over the United States at any given time, right? But to see it finally legalizing where I'm at, like the news I was reading previous to that was the Virginia one. So that affects me like real heavy, right? We've been legal in Virginia since 2021, but we still can't even buy anything until 24.
so what's your thoughts on like the THCA space and like legalities?
I mean, it's a gray area, right? That's my thoughts on it. It's a very gray area. I mean, shout out to everybody utilizing that loophole and being there at like the forefront of that, I hope it doesn't turn into something it doesn't need to be for those people, later down the road. I would say if someone in my audience was thinking about doing it, to just consider it a long term and don't just think so short term. That's my thoughts.
I respect that, man. That's the best piece of advice I think anybody could get with it. Is like get it when the getting's good, but also like with the
Yeah,
long effect with it too. For
yeah.
sure.
I mean, ever since I was a little kid, man, and my mom always told me like, fast money leaves money. Fast money don't last long. You know what I mean? Like that, quick money is not always good money. It might be good in the moment, but it very seldomly is like good long term. So like,
For sure. And I think that goes to like one of the line like that I love is like take the time to take the time. Oh, we got keepers in here, man. Good to see you.
yeah, we got SK. You might be on mute, SK. We can't hear you, but we see you. So shout out to Australia, by the way. Strain Keepers, Team Zaza Australia, man. We're getting to be all over the place. Yeah, if you are in Discord, you're gonna want to leave Discord because that has your mic permissions more than likely. So
Yeah, man. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go. Shout out SK. What's up, brother?
Mad love, bro. Good to be on.
Yeah, nice
Good to see you, Jack, bro.
Likewise, man.
Thanks.
So we were just getting started with Jack here, and he was telling us how he came about in the community. So my next question to you would be, what brought Mason Pot around?
It was my first or maybe Infusion when I was just like messing around, like doing a double broiler method. I'm like, there's got a way to like simplify this. And I've worked, down the line later, I started working with other companies, like how their infusers work. But my whole thing was like bring in the infusion to the world. Like, and the mason jar is the OG, like tried and true shit, man. And like,
yeah.
that's what
So tell us about the mason jar for those in the audience that might not know what it is. What exactly is your product? What does it do? And why do we as home growers need it?
For sure. Great question, man. And that's again where I'll say my whole approach to is bringing it to the masses. I won't say you necessarily need it, because you could do it in a mason jar, but however, this is going to make the whole process a little better or a lot better in my opinion. So that's my whole thing. I'd never want to like hard sell anybody on anything. You can, so
I respect that.
I'll break it open. So like you can still do this with the mason jar technically, but like in the long run, just copping this kit will like make it way easier for real. And you can just, it'll make more sense when I pop it open here. So essentially it comes in like a little box like this. It's got a microfiber cloth here.
Proper snake.
Extra lid. But here's how, well, let's pop it out here and I'll go through it a little bit. I hope it's all chilling. I'm just doing a little tutorial right now.
Perfect.
So what we got here is the jar itself, just like kind of a classic mason jar. It's got the silicone cover here. And the importance to this, though, is for like, you could set this and do the double broiler method and not worrying about like charring when you're infusing. And then the OG bundle comes with extra 3 jars, like the same way. So then you infuse it. You also, it has a couple nice features here, guys. Just bear with me 1 second. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I'm sure they're enjoying getting to actually see the product before they even think about purchasing it, and getting to hear from the person who created it what makes it the product to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. I appreciate you. And that's where it's like there's been nights where I'd like wake up and think about this shit and like fucking here. So here's how it goes. Like, so the lid right here, screw this on, typical mason jar lid, put the thermometer in. But the beauty of this is there's a lot of like other, and I'm never trying to bash anybody. I'm all about the love, but all I'm saying is like you can get the exact temperature inside the jar when it hits down there. So like
Not hitting the glass, so you're not getting the glass temperature, you're getting the actual substance temperature.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man.
So you got that, and then it comes with a little like you plug it in here as like the digital thermometer, so you can really dial it in. And the crazy thing, man, is like doing this even way before we release Mason Pot is like ovens fluctuate, stovetops fluctuate. You can really, really dial it in. But so you get your temperature dialed in, you got that popping. You're infusing, it's infused, you decarb it. Let me start from the rip again here, man. Sorry, but I took too many edibles today. Off this man.
Oh shit, he's a little stoned guy.
Yeah, you gotta
work with him.
on the screen with us.
For real though, but yeah, so you throw it in there. Here's my favorite part though, man. And like me and my little bro, it's a family. We love this, man. We're small, we're growing, and we just enjoy it. So it's like we had different components. So you drop the puck in. We call it the Mason Pot puck. Still has a plastic on. So pretend you had your infused oil or butter or whatever you're infusing, whatever fat source. You drop that in. You take the press piece here, and you push that down. And then you simply like put it through the fine strainer too is like a final method. So it's like all concise. I just wanted to make something that was like as simple as possible, but again, to the OG roots. And again, you could do a similar thing, but then you're going to be buying cheesecloth. You're going to be putting it through other
Trust me, I know. I've done it the OG way for many, many years. It looks very, very appealing to me.
So,
very appealing.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And I'll obviously hook you up with one too, man. But what are your thoughts on it? Do you have any like questions on it or like?
So my main thing is how did you get from hey, I'm making edibles to hey, now I'm making a product to making edibles easier for everyone else? What was the moment for you that transitioned that and how was the road to get from there to where you are now?
Respect, man. It was a weird moment. I don't remember the exact day, but I literally woke up in the middle of the night and started drafting this shit and said this to my brother. But it was also me being in the space for a while, like out in LA of like selling, like I was doing a lot of like beverage sales and like edible sales, flower shit. Like I was just in the recreational market and I'm like, there's got to be a way. I would see these like distillate edibles going for like $20 to $25 for 100 milligrams. And I'm like, if I can make something, like we typically sell this for like $99. Right now we have a sale going on, but it's like if I can make something that allows people to like in the long run make good shit that's way better than what's on the shelves, get that full flower, that full entourage effect, whether you're doing concentrate, whatever it may be, just putting the power in the people. And like I've always kind of like had it after that for Infusion again, but I'm like there's something to it. And that's why it is simple. Like what we have here is simple, but that's the cool thing. If it ain't broke,
I mean, but if it works, it doesn't matter how simple it is, right?
Exactly.
And it's yours. You made it. You came up with the idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So don't downplay it, man. It is what it is. You made something special for the people. You know?
I appreciate.
You made the process a lot easier for everyone. And just for those of you that don't know, Mason Pots also have like instructional videos too that you can learn on the YouTube and everything. So if you got any more questions, hey, you guys got your instructional videos on YouTube and coach everyone to get better edibles and extracts and stuff.
Yeah. So you're really giving back to the community.
I'm loving being here right now, guys, and because it's like too is like with the video thing, it's like that's the goal too. Is like I'm just gonna keep, and I've been slacking a little bit lately in terms of content output, but like I was like in the first year I'm gonna make 250 videos on Mason Pot, and you can go to True Buds TV too and have thousands of videos, and it's like that's kind of just the love of the game, and that's why I'm happy to be here, like talking to you guys because I can tell like the passion is fucking real, man. Like, so much appreciated for real.
So we're all about bringing quality to the community through education here, right? So if you were to tell anybody their first time making edibles, what is the best process using your product?
The best process using my
like temperatures, time, kind of walk them through using your product.
Okay, for sure. So I would say too, off the rip before I dive in a little bit too. Everybody's different, so I kind of work it to how you want. Maybe you want to get a little more terpenes, but I'll dive in. So what I'd recommend is put in whatever you do, a quarter, half ounce, fill the jar up, decarb it, transform that THCA.
Okay, hold on. Decarb. Just imagine they don't know anything. All right. So what do you mean when you say decarb?
So decarboxylation is the process of basically like when you just smoke that right there, when you put the lighter on it, you won't get high until the flame hits or the heat hits. You're transforming the THCA to THC. And there's a lot of other cannabinoids there, but we'll just keep on that one because it's a psychoactive one that we all like fuck with, you know? So essentially you can make, and I've done it and I'm working on it. Like you can make, so you don't necessarily need to decarb, but this is something I've been geeking out on is like, say you have an ounce, you're infusing an ounce, decarb 21 grams, whatever it may be, the other 7 grams fresh just for that terpene profile, and then put it all in. But I feel like I'm getting a little more in the weeds here. Essentially, decarboxylate, let's say you're working with an ounce, you put the whole ounce in this jar. You're going to put it in your oven for 240 degrees for 40 minutes. As soon as that time is up, you're going to let it chill on the countertop for a little bit, still in the jar, lid on, and then crack it open. Because even some of those releases are like the moisture in there, which there is inherent, like could change a little bit. If you pop it off, you might lose a little potency. And I'm going in the weeds again. But essentially 240 degrees for 40 minutes, you decarb it. So after that, you add your fat source. That's what it takes to.
You said you let it chill on the counter for a little bit. What's a little bit? Just to give them an idea. Remember, they don't know anything. Just assume that, right?
I love this, man. I love your questions because this is actually very helpful for me too, just from like a content person. You know, just until it cools down, I'd say for the hand touch of like, and we have the microfiber cloth, so you can unscrew it with that. But I'd say just let it like chill for a little bit. I would say in general, what I do personally is probably like 15 minutes, but it could be do it off the rip. I've also like been shooting videos and I'm doing it instantly,
Right.
which again isn't the best move, but it's like,
why would it not be the best move?
Because again, like the terpene aspect and like you're gonna potentially because you're putting it in at 240 degrees for 40 minutes, so you have kind of like a vapor in there. So if you crack it potentially too fast, you're going to lose that vapor, if that makes sense. So it'll allow it to carboxylated cannabis. Does that make sense?
So you're saying you leave it closed for what? You said 15 minutes, if I remember correctly. Leave it closed for 15, and then that allows that vapor to kind of soak back up into the weed as it cools down. It kind of pulls the moisture back in before you open the jar.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, man.
Yeah. So then the next step is, what do you want to infuse? Do you want to do olive oil, coconut oil, butter, MCT oil? Do you want to do lard? Do you want to do bacon fat? Do you want to?
Speaking of infused things, shameless plug right here. Sorry, guys. I got some. It's almost like icy hot, but it's THC infused. I got like
topical.
Yeah, it's topical. It's like a balm, a muscle balm.
I love it, and you can make that right in the Mason pot, man.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
For real.
But I mean, one of the team members made this, but I have 40 cans of this available.
Shit.
They're priced to move. If anybody's interested, hit me up offline and we'll talk about it.
So what's the ratio on that? Is there a?
I didn't make it, bro. I'd be lying if I told you. I can tell you I've used it and it works. That's all I can tell you.
Respect.
You know, I'm not gonna ever tell anybody nothing I don't really know for sure is facts, bro.
Hey, respect that. I sell a bomb for it's a really cool brand. Like, full side note from Mason Pot, it's called Autumn Brands out of Santa Barbara, and they do no pesticides on any of their flower. They have native ladybugs, like the ones with like the no spots. So that's basically, they allow like the organic process of growing weed, and like, sure, it's not the most like fire, but like the whole process that they do, I've really vibe with, and that was one of like the coolest companies I've worked with, like touring the facility and seeing how they use the insects to like make everything right without using any chemicals, like blew my fucking mind, bro. That shit
It's pretty sweet, right?
cool, man. If you got check it out. Autumn Brands is pretty cool.
I'll have to check it out.
That's
But
tight.
yeah, so let me see. I had a whole list here. I was ready for this. What are some of the common mistakes people make when trying to infuse at home?
I would say the top one is like just overthinking it. It's really simple, or like getting kind of like intimidated by it, like because all you're really doing is activating it, adding it to a fat source, straining it. Like it's really simple, and I say that because I've been there too. When I first started infusing, for sure, it was like intimidating, bro. I'm like heating this fucking. I'm used to just smoking weed, you know. I'm like I'm up, then I'm adding it to an oil. Now I'm straining it, like. So I'd say the simplicity is the key, and just don't overthink. Also with that of like,
How does the color of your product turn out? Is your product still the same color as it goes in when it comes out, or is it like super green when you use the mason pot?
I would say it depends on your input source, you know. So like if you're infusing with like a certain amount of flour versus concentrate, like the output's gonna look a little different for sure. You know, like the concentrate one's gonna look cleaner.
Do you have any stuff sitting around that you've infused that you could kind of like show the difference or no?
I wish I did, man. I literally it's been a whirlwind, man. I've literally moved in about like 5 days ago.
Oh, that's sweet, man. New
I'm-
Place. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
That's-
I'm so so I wish I did. I was like thinking about that before this I'm like, shit, man. I usually do.
Well,
Right?
you sold everything. Made some pots happen, eh? So that's awesome.
That is pretty sweet, man.
Yeah, it's been a ride, man. That's why too is that's why it's cool you're talking about Missouri, be in this market, and Strain Keepers is the homie. Like I just want to shout that out.
Mad love, my bro.
Yeah, that's my brother from Australia, man. He's in the future. That's Marty McFly right there.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Sunday for me.
Hey, if we hit the lotto, just know he sent me the numbers, my dog.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
That's it.
Hey, bro.
What do you think are the best oils or butters to infuse, or does it matter?
Great question, and this is a piece of content that I've been, to be real, like slipping on a little bit, but it's going to be coming down the pipeline. Is like doing comparisons of like I'm gonna do a butter, coconut oil, olive oil, and then I'm gonna test the potencies. I use as like tester, but then I'm also gonna do it with friends as well, like myself as well, because I feel like I have my shit kind of dialed in. So in general, though, the more like monosaturated fat, the better. So that's why people will clarify their butter before infusing sometimes. But that's what blows my mind, though, in a way, is because it's like I've made potent butters, but I wonder, like I've also made potent olive oils and coconut oils. So it's like if I could do that same batch every time, I just got to do it. I wish I had a better answer for you, to be honest. I just got to do it.
Right?
That's
Your go-to oil, then, I guess. Your go-to oil if you're infusing cooking.
unrefined coconut oil.
Okay. Yeah, we got MCT coconut oil in the chat. Somebody said that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say yeah. Oil for sure. I'd say the runner-up would be, and I love the butter because I feel like it has a nice fat content that hits. But like in terms of like versatility, I feel like coconut oil #1 for me. Followed that even beats butter is olive oil, like just because it's still pretty versatile. Same with butter, but like there's levels to it too, and that's where I love the tinctures, man. That's my shit. So like an MCT oil or olive oil tincture, that's my go-to.
Huh. Nice.
Okay,
Okay, what else?
Infusion, everything, eh, Jack?
Sorry, what's that, man?
You even like infuse it with cocktails and breakfast, and you literally with everything, eh?
Yeah. You can really, and that's a cool thing too. Where I have so many videos planned, like doing these 3 different ones, the olive oil, coconut oil, butter, and actually testing the potency. And then also, like, to your point of like the versatility, like making it water solvable powder. So simple. All you basically need to do, ideally, it would be with like an alcohol based. So you're using Everclear, but it could still work with an MCT oil based tincture. But all you're basically doing is mixing it with maltodextrin. So you just put that on the powder, let it dry out, and then you have a water dissolvable powder. That's like, even saying that was like a little tongue twister. But
So are you saying you can make packets of THC to just dump in water?
yeah. All you need.
You'd have like the Propel packet
Yeah.
of weed.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Exactly, man.
A bit like THC electrolytes.
For real. And I would say the key to that, though, too, is best dissolvable aspect is to have an alcohol-based tincture. It'll still work with oil, but you might see a little oil slick on the top when you dissolve it. But if you're using an Everclear or a high-proof alcohol with your tincture, or you're doing like an RSO style infusion, you're fucking solid. And that shit you just bring anywhere. Fucking again, you could do it in a liquid dropper like tincture mode, but I think the powder is a cool underrated aspect with infusing. So I'm excited to make that.
I mean that does sound cool. I also like sugar. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I
Sugar.
use sugars and few simple syrups.
Yeah, sugar's a good way.
The
Chat, what's some of the ways y'all have tried infusing? And for you, what's your favorite way to infuse? Favorite thing to infuse?
me personally,
Yep.
again, simple. Coconut oil, olive oil. But I believe in the trifecta is what I always like. Coconut oil, butter, olive oil. With those 3 things, you can basically infuse whatever the fuck you want at any time. So if you always have a batch of those 3, like you're straight. Like, so I believe in kind of that trifecta, but if I had to choose one, it would probably be the coconut MCT again. Like,
why would it be that?
Because it's so versatile, especially the liquid mode with like the tincture, and also just the pure fat content of it. Like if you look at, you can go on, and again, this is like kind of not solidified in the world in a way, but if you go on, look at just pure monosaturated fat content compared to other oils, MCT and coconut oil has a higher point of that, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But then again, butter is right up there too. Like butter, arguably butter is higher, but that's when it is clarified too. But then again, the thing with butter, the reason I say that is like, it's not as, I just like it as simple as possible. That's why I love the tincture. Like it's hard, like doing a butter tincture would probably taste good, but it's going to solidify in the refrigerator, however you're storing it. That's why I love like the liquid aspect, like an MCT oil, or even like we're saying, like doing like the RSO or alcohol infusion. Sorry guys. I'm like,
Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good. I asked a question because I wanted to know the answer, brother, and I appreciate you for answering that, man.
appreciate you.
That was a very, very in-depth answer, and I appreciate it. I'm sure the chat does as well. Here's another good one for you. When using your product at home, for anyone who may buy it, what is your tips for getting the dosage right? And I know there's going to be 2 different answers, or maybe multiple, depending on how you're infusing. So if you could just kind of walk us through that process with your product, and like let them know how they know how many milligrams they're going to be at by the time they're done, and how much product it takes to get there.
For sure. I would say the key to that, and that's an excellent question, is like knowing kind of your input source with it. And there's several videos I have on Mason Pot and True Buds TV if you want to dial into like the simple math behind it, as well as like some more in-depth shit of like figuring out the dosage for sure. But I would say it's like, just kind of think about it like, what do you want from it, right? It's like, so maybe I imagine most people kick in here a pretty like high dose, right? So like that's where I'd like fill up the whole jar with an ounce. But if you're not, pretend I was like cooking, make for my girl, like I might put like a gram in there, like super low dose. But the beauty of the potency aspect, and I feel like I'm not answering the question exactly in a way, but it's like I feel like you kind of know, like, are you like a one hit person? Are you a blunt person? Like I saw you smoking that fucking fat, nice looking rolled up blunt earlier. So like you would be like filling this motherfucker up to the rim with as much flour that could go in here. But that's where it's crazy too. You could also throw like somebody like throw some concentrate, throw some flour, like.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if that answered your question specifically, but
Not at all, to be honest. But that's okay. I get what you're saying. It depends on. So you can't really tell them how to dose it because you don't know their dose.
yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm always cautious to like
Yeah.
give anybody a dose if that makes sense, because he's got their own thing going on. So like I'm just trying to like give out like the
I mean, smart move on your part. No worries. I think that is a great answer from a business standpoint because you don't want to tell nobody any wrong stuff. So I appreciate the honesty. Actually,
respect, man.
most people would have tried to like BS their way through that, so I can respect that totally.
Appreciate you, man.
So, what do you have upcoming? Do you make any other sizes of this pot? What do you guys offer? Where can they find you? What are your socials?
For sure.
Talk your stuff for a second, man. Let them know.
Yeah, for sure, man. So masonpot.com, come grab it. For till the end of April, we got a 10% discount going on, free shipping. You could use code like Strain Keepers, get another 10% off. So you're basically getting 20% off. Seeing what's good there. Then we do have the OG bundle, which I'm a huge fan of, which is like super cool, and everybody's been.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yeah, so basically it comes with just three jars. It has one thermometer, age it, but you could essentially make, and again with the trifecta, at the same time you could essentially be making an infused olive oil, coconut oil, and butter at the same time with the same like temperament's not the right word, but like the same temperature, I should say. So you could really get it dialed in, and or you could get crazy with it. You could put one in the oven, you could do one on a stovetop, you could do one in a crock pot if you really want to get. But like there's a lot of ways to work it for sure. But coming down the road in terms of like R&D and figuring things out, like we're sticking to like the tried and true again, like simplicity, as simple as possible, get the best infusion that you can. And I would challenge, I would love to hear too of like anybody that's used other infusers, because I've used them all in the game. That's why I love this Mason pot so much, and that's why it was created. But down the road, like we're gonna come up with some like gummy mixtures. Sorry, what was that?
Definitely a legend with your knowledge, my bro.
Appreciate you, man. And again, I find myself getting in the weeds sometimes on when I start talking. So like, I hope I'm not boring anybody out here.
No, absolutely. That's what we're all here for, man. You're bringing quality to the community through education tonight, man. So
hell yeah, man.
Feel free to talk whatever you know, and we love to bring in the knowledge. We always try to make part of the show about some sort of education, and since this is your particular area of expertise, it only seems right to let you tell us how you do it. You know?
Yeah, and much appreciated again, man. It's a pleasure to be here, and this kit will be sent out. And
so before we end up letting you run off, though, we still got to do your giveaway so you can get all the information from the person for that little pack.
Yeah.
So what would you like them to put in the chat
for the giveaway?
Yeah.
What?
Or no, we're gonna do a number because we don't have the giveaway box. You're gonna pick a number 1 through 100.
All right, I got it picked.
And then the chat, put your answer in. Let's see what we come up with. 1 through 100.
I feel like I almost got to write it down or something.
Yeah, you can write it down so they know you're not just picking a number. You know, we got some numbers rolling in now.
It's more so he doesn't forget.
Should I write it down?
Yeah, you can if you'd like. If you got something to do that with. Live and direct from Mason Pot to y'all.
If he writes it down, he won't forget the number too.
Yeah, he's writing it down.
Especially after all those edibles and
Good.
oils.
He's going to be able to show the chat here in a second. We're going to give him a couple minutes, so feel free to. How about this? So we've talked all the business, right? Now let's get to the personal side, man. What brought you into cannabis? Like, tell us your journey with cannabis and stuff, like how it started and everything that led to this point.
For sure, man. And it was actually funny enough, like my little brother like found an ounce in my dad's closet. I was like 16, he was like 14. And I was like, let's split it. And my older bros were in the game. Then I started smoking it. And then I was like, I've always been like, even before cannabis, I was always selling shit. I was always selling candy or whatever in school, or like my dad used to work for a nail polish company. I'd sell nail polish. So I always kind of loved that entrepreneur aspect. So like when I was like, found weed and I was like, I love getting high off this shit. And I'm like, but I want to get it for free.
Yeah.
I never want to like pay for this shit. You know what I mean? Like I love it, but I at least, and also maybe get like a couple meals with it too. Like, so I started in like just getting it like that. I get half ounce, break it down, ounce, QPP, whatever it may be. So that's kind of like my like journey of like falling in love with it. And then I was out in Jersey, Kansas, and I was like rolled to Cali, and I'm like, I want to like make like something cool with this, which to potentially like my detriment with it, like going like all whole on the rec side of like just focusing on the legal, like selling like legal products, whether it was beverages, edibles, flour, or whatever. So like I hopped in that world for a while, and that's kind of at the same time all this like, especially when I moved out to Cali, like the whole time Mason pot was kind of percolated in my head, because I would see again motherfuckers getting ripped off and disposed. And of course there's like good products, you can get good shit. I still love buying certain edibles and flower brands when I like hit the stores, don't get me wrong.
Right.
My goal was like, yo, like there's got to be a way to like make this better for people, like give like not, and that's where again with the content thing, it's not like I'm just putting out a product, like I'm fucking grinding my ass off to make the best content I can. And that's where your questions have been so solid, man. Like, so throughout that time in California selling beverages, edibles, all this, and then I'm like created the Mason pot concept throughout the past almost 10 years, and then I solidified it in my head at least. And me and my bro started working on it. I'd fly out to Kansas, work on this shit, get after it. But yeah, man, it's just a love of the game, and I think the biggest thing for me is.
So did you create the prototype yourself? Like you guys just sat there and figured out what it was, and
yeah, not myself, but with the fam. So
right, well, yeah, your team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we tried not even a couple's not the right word. We tried a bunch of different things, like even like the little press component, like there was some cool ones we made. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, this is the fucking shit. But I should say this too. Like, that's where it's so cool is like, again, selling shit growing up. It's like, we used to have a motorized bicycle company, my little brother and I. We put a little 9cc engine on a bike and let that run. And we used to sell that shit. He was more of like the inventor, just kind of like he's helped me with this, like pot. And I was kind of more of like just the front man in a way of like just talking to people.
Absolutely.
So it's like, it's all come from
awesome, man.
It feels so good. Like
it's awesome when a plan like that comes to like fruition too, So shout out to you and the fam and the team. And how many entries are allowed, Bob says? I mean, there's 32 of us in here. There's 100 numbers, so I feel like, well, how do you want to? Like we did the last time. We'll go with your first entry and go all the way to the bottom. And then if it's not there, out of all those first entries, then we will start going at second answers. I mean, that only seems fair, right? And we'll give you all a couple more minutes if you didn't know you can in there. Throw a couple more numbers in there. And We'll see his number here in a second.
Yeah. Let me know when. And again, truly honored to be on your channel, man. Thank you, Strain Keepers, man. Thank you.
Bad love, my. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, we appreciate you coming on and talking to the community about your product and sharing your knowledge of infusing stuff. I mean, this is pretty good information, man. I don't. So as far as I've been concerned this far, as making edibles, I'm crock pot, cheesecloth, product in there, super green butter at the end. So it's not the way probably, but that's how I've been doing.
Well, it works too, and there's nuances too to it, like you're saying, like that's a classic, like tried and true. But there's also like, which
It's not the greatest product. You can do better, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the beauty of it, man. I feel like you can all every batch I can make it better. Like, and I think that's like an underlying thing that I love.
Well, yeah, that's the thing with having that thermometer. That's why I like the product you're offering, because
hell yeah,
so
man.
you can really dial in,
Hell yeah.
And something so like simple can often be overlooked, like, yeah, you might know how hot the outside of the glass is, but what's the temperature of the product inside the glass? Not necessarily the same, right?
For real, man. And it's like simple, but to your point, it's important, and it's actually too, like I think I alluded to earlier, it's like changes how I cook shit in different ovens. Like this motherfucker, no wonder why my frozen
Yeah,
pizza
versus gas or propane. Like that's gonna heat up. Yeah. Or not gas or electric, my bad. Gas or propane, same thing. But like you get what I'm saying. So what was your number, brother? Let's see what it was. Oh shit.
13.
That looks like a 13. Somebody cruise the chat. Let's see. Anybody put 13. Oh shit, I see one here.
Oh shit. I wish I could see the chat now.
I see one here. Okay. It is, and it was their first answer too. So that I'm pretty sure this is going to be our winner. I got him on the screen now.
Nice.
Craft Organic, bro. Congrats.
So where can Craft Organics hit you up to claim their prize?
Hit me up at you could hit me up on IG or YouTube, but I'd recommend just doing the best way would be the masonpot@gmail.com, and then we'll get it all solidified. And you know what I'll do actually after this too, you can just go on the website and I'll just make a code Craft Organics, so you get. Actually, I don't want somebody else might.
Yeah, almost got you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yo, hit me up on their Instagram.
How about this though? For my viewers, you make a code QCE and give them a little percentage off at checkout if they decide to buy it after tonight's show. You can put that towards SK's little program he got going or whatever.
Hell yeah.
And we'll feed it back into the podcast, my bro.
Exactly.
I appreciate you guys for real. It's a fucking great day over here, man.
Yeah, we can get my viewers the code, man. My viewers are the community, man. They like to support, they show love, so might as well work something out together for them.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. And two is like, I feel like there's some cool ways we can collaborate, whether it's through Mason Pot or True Buds TV, and just
What is True Buds TV?
Oh,
for those who may not know.
Sorry, what's that?
What is True Buds TV for those who may not know?
Oh, it's just where I kind of back with the Infusion thing is like where I kind of started doing like comedy on there, and I started doing educational videos. But essentially now there's like at least 500, 600 videos at this point, and I've just been priding myself on like just trying to bring content out there. I'm not monetized, even though I probably should. YouTube's fucking crazy. Like, I just do it for the love, and I'm just trying to make cool shit and have fun with it. So check it out if you got.
So chat before we end up, because I know it's getting late over there where you're at. don't want to keep you hostage all night. I know you might have things to do with the family, just moving in or whatever. Chat, have any final questions for Mason Pot? Let's give him a second. And let me ask you this: so you talked a lot about edibles. What strains are you smoking right now? You smoke it all?
Oh yeah, yeah. I kind of lean towards like more like lemonine, pinene, like your typical like sativa, if you will. Like, I still love like everything, but like I find like the nose doesn't lie to me sometimes. Like when I'm in stores smelling jars or at the homie's crib and I'm smelling them, like it's those like citrusy, like piney notes that hit me right. And like I still love like a cheesy like OG shit, but like what hits me right is like that like lemon piney and right in the nose. I'm like fuck, like that's my shit. Like
You like, you know what? I used to really, really enjoy the like pine strains. Used to really enjoy that back in the day, and you don't really see them too much around in my area anymore. You get a lot of the lemon around here, and like mostly like your fruits, your cakes, your ice cream cakes, the standard run of the mill. Have you noticed that in your guys' weed markets as well? Like everything's pretty much gelato or cookies or sherbet or
yeah. I think too started like popping there was like I feel like it's almost seeing a resurgence like with the whole even methodology like of like the whole naming system or whatever it may be. But I feel like we're in a cool time where it's like I feel like there was such a push for like heavy. Now people like kind of want that like sativa vibe a little more. Again, I know this is all just terminology because I'm like, we're all about the terps and like all those names are what it is, but it's just a nice like defining thing. But I would find that like people would when I was like popping up in shops in LA especially, man, they'd be like, oh, I don't even smoke sativa. I'm like, what do you mean? Like that's crazy. Like so hard. Like it's crazy, dude. Like
yeah.
nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah, I would
What do
agree with
you
that, man.
mean you don't smoke sativa?
Hey, man, it's people figure out what they like, and that's what they like. That's what we'll say on that.
Facts. And that's why I love saying like, yeah, the nose don't lie. That's why I tend to lean towards those like citrusy, piney. And then I love the other shit too, but that's where my nose lends me to is like that shit. I'm like, like I was in Colorado this past week, and I was like smelling shit out, and that's what I love about Colorado, man. I haven't been out there in a minute. Is like the fact that even going to dispensaries, you still have the OG jars like Cali used to have like pre 2016. Like everything, the whole pre-packed shit, all that is like I just love being out there to see like they're still picking up with chopsticks, picking your nugs out, bro. Like that's the shit. Like, and I don't know the exact market. I don't know if Virginia's doing that out there. Are they?
No, they're not. You can't really look at. So, like I said, Virginia, there's no legal sale other than medical, right? And then, as far as medical, you can't like look at it. You gotta like buy it without seeing it. Almost, it's kind of fucked up. You know, it's
That's
not like they just have a jar for you to look at or whatever. It's all sealed. Comes in like a sealed package when you do go to medical dispensaries.
and that props to Colorado for that. That's why I got so excited, bro. I'm like, shit.
Dude, Colorado was nice. I went there years ago. I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And the dispensaries were awesome, like you were saying, man. You could like look at everything. And they had all kinds of stuff too, man, like infused drinks. Like, and you're at that point, I was a prohibition state where I was living. So, like, my mind was blown, bro. When I went in there, I was like, oh my God, this is what heaven looks like. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Is everything I had dreamed of since my first time ever smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? So like,
oh yeah.
be able to just go in a store and have all the variety in the world. I don't know. I bought some. I bought some like. I bought a lot of weed while I was out there. I ain't gonna lie, but I drove back. So they do got some questions for you before I get too far off, because I too will venture way into the rabbit hole as you do, sir. So let's see.
I do.
Um, they want to know, do you ship worldwide? I did see that somewhere.
Yes, however, out of the States, the shipping does get a little more expensive for sure, but I'll do the best I can to like do whatever I can and still like be slightly profitable and hook it up. But yeah, we do buy, but it's like Australia, you know, we've got a lot of like Germany sales. It is high. It is a higher rate for sure, but we got you. Hit us up. Please let us know.
And once you have it there, it's worth it even with the shipping, you know? Like, you might have to put the extra in the shipping, but you have that product forever.
For real. And that's where, too, I well, like, especially with strain keepers, like, being such an OG, fucking want to, like, figure out a way that we can work, especially in Australia, obviously, is, like, get a bunch of units out there, figure it out. We're working on it. I wish it was a little easier, to be honest. We're about to be on Amazon too. But
Amazon, huh? That's a big deal, bro. You say that so nonchalantly. We're about to be on Amazon too.
Like,
come on, bro. Talk your shit, man. Come on. Tell them.
But that's where I'm like almost too like want to kind of pull back almost from it, because it's like, again, it's all about like the community and everybody, and I feel like almost popping on. That's why I've kind of held back on it, to be real with you guys, is like it almost takes away, in my opinion, in a way, like of like the whole mission of the brand and company of like being like grassroots and like just caring about the community. So again, I'm going on another tangent, man. Getting weird over here as usual. That's hesitation to turn it on, and I'm still like kind of hesitant too, but that might be happening.
I hear that.
It would be a good way to get the product out there to everyone else that maybe has an issue, and Amazon might be that little link.
For sure. But I want to take care of homies that have been here day one, like yourself, who've like been vibing with us, you know. That's kind of like my hesitation of just like turning it on. Like, it's cool. It does get it out, but it's like the I guess just having that approach with it of like even thinking that way, to me, makes me feel a little better, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
A good way to get the product out there to the community, especially the ones that have trouble buying it from whatever. So really, at the end of the day, it's a win-win for the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
There was other questions in the chat, but I done lost them. I'm trying to find them now. It was something. What did it say? I seen it too. It's before the congratulations.
Craft Organics.
If you had a question, please repost it, man. Every time somebody types something, it clicks back down. I'm like, all right, I'm good. But yeah, so we appreciate you showing love to the community, man, and it was really good getting to talk to you and ask you some of these questions. We look forward to seeing you throughout the community and continue doing what you're doing, man. It seems like you have a plan and you've been on the grind, man, and I like to see that happen for like everyday people, you know.
Absolutely.
Instead of these big corporations. So shout out to you for visioning something and going to find the people you needed to help you take that vision and make it a reality, bro. That's awesome.
Man, that touches my heart, man, and it's for real great to be here, man. And that's the thing at the end of the day, like you're saying, it's like of course we all want to, you know, be like make money, be well off, but it's like, to me, this is like so much more than that. And that's where I probably should have said this even from the rip. I'm from a family, 7 brothers and sisters, and I'm like, I don't even need, or like, all I want to be like for real is like to be okay, and anything extra I have, I want to give the fam. Like, I just want to like, I'm going down a rabbit hole again.
Hey,
Here.
you're good. You're good. Go ahead, man.
No, but for real, man, it's like just trying to show love out here. So I appreciate that you said that. Is all. Like, I much appreciate it, man. For real.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I just speak what I feel. So you keep putting off that kind of energy, and many more people will probably tell you the same thing I did.
Appreciate it.
Definitely.
Strength.
Awesome.
And Craft Organics, for real. The Mason Pot at gmail.com, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Hit me up so I can get you hooked up with that unit at number 13.
Number 13. Hey, they say it's an unlucky number, but Craft Organic would say otherwise.
It's my birthday, the 13th.
Birthday? 13?
I reckon
Was it a Friday though?
15 moon cycles. So how can it be unlucky?
He asked me that earlier today when they looked at my ID, because I got this Missouri ID. Like, was it Friday? I'm like, no, I forget what it was, but I know it wasn't Friday.
Uh-huh. It wasn't Friday. It is sometimes though. It is sometimes.
It is sometimes.
Every time. Every so often, you know what I mean?
Sure.
He was gonna ask about the Infusion videos. What you got going? No cap. I was gonna, John. What you got to ask about the Infusion videos before we let him go? We got one more question.
Yeah. Fire him off.
See if he says something.
But yeah, if he wants to check them out, I'd recommend just going to the Mason Pot YouTube or masonpot.com. We have the whole blogs, which will obviously have all the writing there. TrueBuds TV, there's a lot, but it's also like an ever-growing process, like 9 years or so. So it's like I've gotten better with time. So I'd recommend going to Mason Pot to get like better recipes. But again, we're always learning over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but
and some people like to watch that progression. You know, it's not just all about being perfect. Now, some people like to watch the journey.
Respect to that for sure.
Especially part of the community. You don't really want that. You want that. What's the word I want? Oh, I'm having a blank. Genuine. Like, you don't really want that BS. You want everything to be genuine and authentic. Yeah.
Respect, man. And that's working for some of these Cali companies, like especially this one that was like publicly traded, and like you see some of these motherfuckers, like these higher ups that don't even like smoke. They don't know anything about it. They're just trying to get a buck. And obviously they all flop. Like, this company failed. But it's like, it's just great to see people. And that's why it's kind of crazy.
You know, as bad as that sounds, you do see that a bit in this space, man, right? There are people that are just here to take money from uneducated consumers that might not know what they're spending their money on. Man. You see it a lot in this space, unfortunately, and that's what we're trying to combat. So, like, that's why it was important for us to bring you in particular up, being a smaller company, you know, that started from the bottom, and you're like actually starting to make some traction for yourself here. So, like, that's what we're all about, is making people from the community part of the community. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
And again, much appreciated, man. I think that's the coolest thing in a lot of ways about the whole space of, like, just the whole weed space, cannabis space, is like there's very few, like, I can't think of, I've been trying to think of it because I haven't found anything that's like where there's like so much like respect, you know, for the, like, the whole plant, like the community is like, there's really nothing else, man, where it's like that. Because you get these motherfuckers coming in, like, trying to like do some shit, trying to do some shady shit, trying to like, and there's just like, there's nothing else like the fucking weed game, bro, where it's like the respect, it's like inherent. Like I can't. I've been.
Good vibes, eh? Like if you just make a mistake here, everyone just laughs and moves on. It's not like that anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, on that note, it's a little early tonight, guys. We're probably gonna jump off. Team had a big loss this week, so we'll get up with you next week. As always, keep keep spreading positivity and peace through the community, man. That's what we need around here. You know, but if we all love the planet, we all need to get along. Treat people how you want to be treated, and put good things in the universe, and good things will come back to you. You guys got anything to say to him on the closing?
Oh, it's mad love to everyone, and rest in peace, Sissy. Our thoughts and love go out to you and the family, and it's just throw some cupcakes in the chat, and mad love to Jack for jumping on.
Yeah, absolutely. Cupcakes in the chat to send us out, man.
Mad love, guys. Really appreciate you. Sorry for the loss, and let's keep putting those good vibes out, man. It's truly an honor to be here tonight, for real. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and we'll get up with you in the background if you're growing or anything. We'll get you some seeds out. We appreciate you jumping on the show. All the things you're doing for the community, all the knowledge you offered to everyone tonight. It was really, really awesome getting to know you, man. And like I said,
Yeah, my bro, you really tee up the community, quality, and education.
yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. You guys got me smiling over here tonight. Mad love to everybody else.
All right. And like I said, if you do grow, just hit me up on Instagram at 703 Grow Bro. Just 703 GROWBRO. So if you need anything seed wise, we'll get you taken care of, sent out. I don't know if you guys are growing out there in Missouri, but if you are, we'll get you some gear.
Appreciate. I'm be hitting you up for sure.
All right. Yeah.
Get some Pirate OG.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get you White Pirate, and I'm sure Zal will get you some other stuff, man.
Perfect.
Shout out to the chat, everyone.
Yeah, mad love to
us, man. Mad love to y'all. We'll catch you next week, same place, same time.
Thanks for the support, my fam.
Yeah. All right. See y'all later.
Yo, what's up, man? How was the show? Y'all ended super early. Want me to end the stream? Bob, what up? Oh, I feel bad. Well, we'll have a better show next week.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, you hear me?
Yeah, you know it.
Turn up the leaf blower and the lawnmower. He smoked the sour. Should've been a hippie, should've been a shower. Bread with no dread, black cop, who ya?
Another thing, don't forget to join the Discord.